Hello and welcome to Kitchen Counter Crafts. If you like this video, would you please like, comment, share, and subscribe? I have a bunch of TWSBI pens here for you. And while we're not going to be doing a comparison of all different types, all four types, what I wanted to do was do a comparison of the TWSBI Go and the TWSBI Swipe. And I wanted to point out that at the Dallas Pen Show, someone who belongs to the Austin Pen Club, Craig actually, was selling his own personal pen stash. So he sold these to me since he doesn't really use them anymore. So I really wanted to get some of these pens, but honestly, I just wasn't really sure because by the time you get done with the price point, it didn't really make all that much sense to me. So I thought I would try these out and then just share and compare with you today. So I have ink all over my hands, so just know that I was cleaning pens and testing inks and putting little circles on my Diatramentis ink. So anyway, that's kind of what I got going on. But let's talk about the TWSBI Go first. So I bought two of these, and yes, they're used. And one of them was actually seized. This one was seized up, so that meant that the coil inside was not recoiling, and so it wasn't bouncing, so I had to clean it. Actually, I had to take it all apart, which was good for me just to kind of figure out how these pens work. It was actually great because I'm not a pen tinkerer, so this really kind of pushed me out of my comfort limit, but it was super easy to do. So let me talk about this one first. And actually, before I measure it, let's just go through the specifics of it. So it has the TWSBI logo on the finial, and then it has a little loop here. And my pen pal actually first told me about these. She puts little charms here, kind of like a tassel with embroidery thread. So then that way she has these and they look cute. She has them in her purse, which is super great. I kind of want to do that too because right now I have a $100 pen in my purse. Probably a better idea to put about a $20 pen in my purse, especially as people are always like, oh, hey, what you got there? And I don't really want to give them my expensive pen. So anyway, so that's just an aside. Another reason why I wanted one of these. So it is not a twist off, it's just a pop off cap. It has some faceting on the inside right there. And then it has this sealing cap so that your pen does not dry out. So again, no clip, but this little thing is a roll stop. So it serves as a roll stop, and you can hang a nice little charm from that as well. So now let's talk about the nib. It's a number 4 TWSBI nib. And I believe that these are fines. Oh, golly, I don't even know. You know, that's the thing. It's kind of hard to tell sometimes with these. All right, I should probably know that. Let me look under a microscope and figure it out. I'll be right back. All right, the good news is I had it written down because I still cannot tell what is on the nib. So this one was actually a stub. You cannot tell that, but it is. And then here's the feed. So this blue one is a stub. This one is a medium, the same pen, but in a medium nib. And so the feed is there. You can tell there's some staining from the ink that was in there. I don't really care. I tried cleaning it out best as I could. And so there you have it. All right, so enough of the close up. So now I'm just going to show you, this has threads. You just go like that. There is a tool that you can use, namely a paper clip, to really get this piece kind of off and working. So all you do to fill your pen is push down on this giant spring, and really this whole thing is kind of like an injection, right? And so you just go like that to fill it up. So that is the whole point of the TWSBI Go, is that you fill it and go. So that's kind of the end of that. So I want to, let's see, I want to do some different inks here. I'll do a gingerbread in the clear. I think I'm going to stick with blue for the blue. No, not very exciting. All right, so I'm going to do this Detrimentus fig. Love figs. And we're just going to take it, push down. You see it? Push down and up. And then push down and up to get a nice fill. There it is. Yay. All right. And I'll put the specs and stuff on the description box. But like other TWSBIs, it holds a lot of ink. And, oh, yeah, I need to measure. All right, let's do some measurements, shall we? All right, so this one, it would be helpful if I'm in frame. There we go. All right, so capped is about 5.2 and uncapped is right at 5. I would say even like maybe 4.9. And so there's that. And then I'm going to also compare that, go ahead and compare to the swipe. And the swipe is much longer, so at 5.5 inches, and then uncapped, it's not actually that much longer. Let's make sure. It's like maybe a tiny hair longer. So very similar when they're uncapped. Now, can they be posted? Yes, they can. This one can, as can this one. All right, so I'll talk about this one in just a moment, but let's do a sample test, and then I'll compare all four, the sizes as well, just on the ruler. All right. Too many things in the way. All right, let me get the 24, and this is the TWSBI dough. And that is the stub. And I'm going to put blue color. You can actually tell that it is the stub here because the cross strokes are thinner, the downstrokes are pretty thick. And then the writing sample, there was a skip mark here on the L. I don't know if that was me or the pen. Oh, what just happened? Just blobbed on me. That's great. Let's see, my thrashed paper towel. All right, well, let's see if it blobs again. Did not blob again, but went all the way through. I like the way I start just doing just the letters and then I go into cursive. Printing, that's the word I was looking for. All right, so on here, it goes on really thick. There's all kinds of bleed through, especially because this is just cheapy ledger paper. And so we're gonna go to the Rhodia dot pad and see how that goes. Come I didn't write down the ink. I also didn't do the wetness test. It's pretty wet. Well, I think it's also because of the stub, but anyway. All right, so here you have this. No bleed through because of the paper, but it's pretty nice. Very, very, very smooth. And it's a smooth writer even on this bad paper. And actually it's fairly comparable, I think. Let me just jot down the ink here. Very smooth, and I really like the stub on it as well. It seems to be thicker than my normal stub, but I think that just might be my imagination because it's the same exact nib size, so I think that's just me. So I forgot to point out something. I'm so glad you're still here. Hopefully you're still here. But it says go right there. I don't know if you can see it. G-O. Take this off. There we go. You can see it better now. It says TWSBI. Go. Anyway, very cool pen. I'm glad I bought it, especially because I'm going to be not putting this one. Actually, this one's going to go in my purse. This one is going to go in my urban sketching kit so that I have it and it's ready to go. I also can then see the ink levels for it along with a Lamy that I'm going to have as well. So pretty happy about those purchases. So now let's talk about the swipe. All right, so I got these really confused because to me, go and swipe, I don't know, it sounds like the same thing, like you're in a hurry and you're moving. So I think that's the idea behind it. And the swipe has, I think it's a little bit nicer looking. It looks kind of like a student pen to me, where this one literally looks like a throwaway pen. I think that's another reason I didn't want to spend like 25 bucks on one, because I just thought they looked cheap. And really they are cheaper, but they're not bad. The acrylic plastic is it's not acrylic. I don't think it's acrylic. I believe the whole thing is plastic. It's actually a very nice heavy one. The fact that they still put a finial on the end is it's also very nice. This one does not have a clip, but has that roll stop. This one actually has a clip, but can it clip anything? I don't really know. Can it? Oh, well, there you go. I didn't think you could clip anything with it, but apparently you can. But it's super tight, so I wouldn't put it, like, clip it to a shirt or anything like that. So anyway, facets here. See them? Going in and out of focus. There we go. And then the finial there. You can see. Am I even in focus? Golly. Well, you know what? I'll be in focus in 2 seconds. There we go. All right. So this one is a medium nib. Why and how do I know? It's because I wrote it down beforehand. So that was smart of me to do that. And then there's the back of that. So same grippy part. And then look, it's like about the same thing, except this is like this, more than just, let me show you what I'm talking about. All right, let's compare. So nibs, same size, similar grips. This looks more like an acrylic. That's just straight up plastic. And so a little bit nicer materials, I think, in the Swipe than the Go. But again, the Go is supposed to be a workhorse. So go figure. Haha. All right. Another thing I wanted to show you is my Eco, which is also a stub, by the way. Look, same exact nib size. So same nibs, just different bodies, I think, is the whole thing. Oh, I was going to show you the next step up where the nib gets bigger. So there you go. So just a little bit bigger size nib, which is a number 5. Okay, so that's why I had those there. And then let's fill up this guy as well. So let's see, threads there, kind of this push button, kind of, not button, but it's like a, it's not a piston filler. I don't know what it is. It's just like a spring-loaded filler. I think that's what I want to say. Sure, why not? All right, so I put fig in that one. I think, what do I want? I think I want gingerbread, but I'm going to put it in this one. I'll just put it. I'm overthinking it. All right, so I wanted a brown ink just because it's like fall time. So we're going to go with Diatramentis gingerbread. This, by the way, is a smelly ink. Oh, yeah, okay, so I'm pushing down. And there's, actually I got a full fill. I'm feeling fulfilled. All right, there it is. It's a smelling ink. It's a fragrance ink. So it actually does indeed smell like gingerbread. It's actually really cool. All these inky gimmicks. Oh, wow. I am flinging ink everywhere. What am I doing? Let's make sure I'm not blobbing. All right. There's more ink. What did I do? Okay. In the other Pilot Plumix video, I spilled ink everywhere, and just want you to know I don't edit my videos. I mean, I edit just the beginning of them. I don't really cut much stuff out just because I just do it, and it's easier. Plus, I use my phone, so it's just, anyway. All right. You get what you get is what I'm saying. This is TWSBI. Can you see it? Yeah. Oh, I love this. Love the ink color too. And this one is also the blue color. All right. I didn't do measurements, did I? Let's do some measurements for you too. So nice. And just kind of a lot of ink coming through, also because it's a medium. My ink is also fairly wet, and so, you know, all of those factors that come into play. Now for the Rhodia dot pad, I'm going to try and get this in here so that you can see the same. Let's squeeze it in there. 24. Swipe. medium. Put the ink up here. Atramentis. Gingerbread. All right, that should be fine. All right, and I'll just do the quick brown fox so you get a good idea. And I forgot I didn't even do these. Wow, that really, the feed keeps up with the quickness of the pen. So, oh, so nice. Man, I'm loving that color. That is really great. You can tell that this is super wet ink because it is not even dry on here. And that's a medium nib, so... All right, I'm gonna let that dry. Let's do some measurements. Oh, I left the cap off too. Golly, I'm just having a day. Just having a day. All right, so measurements of this one. Let's do it this way so I can see if the nib is on. They're pretty square. All right, so it's right at 5. This one was the same because it was right at 5. So same exact size pen when you take the cap off, which is very interesting. So let's compare it now to the Eco. Golly, this cap just keeps rocking. Can you see it? That clip's not doing much to just hold on to it. So here's the Eco. Let me dial out a bit here. Stop that. All right, so there's the Eco. There's the ALR. So much larger pens, but they have their caps on. I should probably do that without the cap. There we go. All right, so Eco is still bigger, and so is that one, ALR. Let's put caps on all of them. Oh, I forgot to tell you, that's also just a pop-off cap. And this one. Okay. So starting with the least expensive, they're 5.2. That is so much longer. Exactly the same size as the Eco. Interesting, huh? And then this one is actually a little bit longer as you go along there. So hopefully you can see that. All right, so I hope that this was a helpful review for you. I find that I'm glad that I bought those two styles of TWSBIs because now I feel like my TWSBI family is complete, and because I have the backfill as well, the iris. And so if you have one of these pens, would you tell me what you think of it, either the TWSBI Go or the TWSBI Swipe, and why you picked one versus the other one? I'd love to know that. If you found this video to be helpful, would you give me a thumbs up? Because that actually helps me. And then also, if you leave me a comment, that also helps me as well. Tell me what you liked or didn't like, or which pen you prefer out of this lineup. And I hope that I get a chance to see you in the next video. Bye.